Hello.
Got the bottom eye. Oh, hello there.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
Ooh,
girly
not hitting me
girls.
with her bag. Okay. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's the first time. We don't discriminate around here. I thought I'd do a little story time about something that happened to me a while ago. This feels like something like scary is about to happen. I'm like, so I just want to talk about something that happened to me, but it's not like that. It's a little bit of, oh, but with a little fun, with a little splash of fun in it. And so today I'm going to be talking about the time I think, oh my God, I sound like them, like those like shows on Disney Channel when they were like, I'm Brenda Song, and this is the time I learned I can fly. I don't know. But anyway, so this video is going to be talking about the time that I went and I hiked down the Grand Canyon, unaware and unbeknownst to me, what is required and suggested when you're hiking down the Grand Canyon, and how I almost, or I maybe had a heat stroke. So picture this. No, I'm just kidding. But I interned in Tucson in the summer of 2021. I feel like I'm kind of aging myself, but like, let's just move on. I met a really cool group of people who were just like so fun and like down to do different things. And we kind of were like, let's go to the Grand Canyon. Like, it's literally a wonder. Like, we need to see that. And I was like, yes, please. So we figured out all the plans. We're like, okay, like, I don't even remember. We kind of like, what did we do? Oh, I found an Airbnb. It was like this little like bed and breakfast. I was like, okay, bed and breakfast. Like, I'll take the bed and the breakfast. I don't know what that entails, like, but I'm interested. We're about to find out. So we figured out like how far it was from the Grand Canyon. It was like 4 of us, including myself. I'm gonna do like that Antelope Canyon, which like is so pretty. I'll put a picture of it like here. The only thing is that like apparently I think it's like $100 something for you to be let in because it's on a Native American reservation, and then they have to take you down. Like, that sounded crazy. They have to go, they have to escort you into the Antelope Canyon. So that was ixnayed from the plan, and we're like, let's just do the grand one. And then there's another place called Horseshoe Bend, and so picture here. And so we went to Horseshoe Bend first, I think because it was like further away or something. So we drove all the way from Tucson up to Page, Arizona. Had this like really fire Burger King. I literally know that sounds like crazy and vile, but I don't know what it is about the air, the atmosphere, the climate over there, but that Burger King was hitting. But that's neither here nor there. So the whole time my friend was talking about how like she wants to hike down the Grand Canyon. She's like, oh, did you know you could actually hike down it? And I'm like, oh no, like, I don't know anything about the Grand Canyon. Like, I don't know that. But I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that sounds like fun. Like, she's like, oh my God, yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I've been thinking about doing it. Like I can't believe this is gonna happen. And I'm just like, I mean, I'll be there. Like, I'm gonna try it. I'll experiment. I'll experience. I was like, oh man, like, it's gonna be hot. Like, keep in mind, this is like July. Like a summertime. And so I got one of those like water sacks, because she was talking about, see, I didn't even know. I was just like, okay, well, she's getting that, and she says that like we'll need it, so I'll get one too. I don't remember how many liters mine had, but I got the water sack, and I was like, okay, this will be fine. Like, I'll just take my little sippy sips like when we're going down. And she's like, yeah, like this thing is like crazy. Like, you can go down 8 miles, like it's 8 miles one way down. Fact check me if I'm wrong. But anyway, like it's some length of miles on the way down, and that's on the way down. Like, you got to do the same to come back up. I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. But she was like, oh, there's like a shorter one, but I didn't think she wanted to do the 8 miles one either. Apparently, I think there's like they can give you a ride from if you're at the bottom, but not if you're like any other point in between the 1 mile and the 8 mile. Keep that in mind, because that's important to this story. So I was like, yeah, like I just don't have the athletic ability for 8 miles. I don't think she was that interested either, but like I it's not even that I wasn't interested. I wasn't capable. She's talking about the 1 mile one. I'm like, okay, like that's cool. Like, I don't know if I want to like do it, but like I want to try. And my other friend was like, I'm not doing that. Like, she's like, I'm literally good. Like, I just, like, I hear, like, she went to U of A, so she's like, I hear like stories about people like, sorry, that's literally not funny. I was just laughing at the moment. I'm so sorry. I feel like I cannot say what I'm about to say next, like, without sounding crazy. But she was saying, like, she's hear stories about people like hurting themselves or like passing away, like, at the Grand Canyon. And she's like, I just don't want to take the risk, because like, I will put a picture right here of what it looks like when you hike down the Grand Canyon. And there's like guardrails when you're like looking at it, when you go to those like lookout points and stuff like that. But if you're trying to do like all that like cutesy picture stuff that you see people doing where they're like that, there's no rails. Like, I'm talking to the point where they had like this little like rock structure that was just like this, like a long rocks, and then like one hanging off the edge. And I remember we were watching from the guardrail point, and this person was like trying to take a selfie like this, like at that rock point, and they dropped their phone. And it's like, okay, normally like you want to grab your phone, but it's like you're on the edge of basically a piece of rock, and like they're like, oh, and everyone's like, oh, like literally like, and I'm like, oh my God, like you don't need your iPhone, like we need you, like please, like let's stay on this planet. And of course they went to grab their phone, and they're not injured or anything. They were able to get their phone, but I was just like, that's so crazy. Like, I'm not picking my iPhone 10, like at the time, whatever it was, around 12. I don't know. I think it was 12. I'm not picking my iPhone 12 over my life. Like, I know that it's great, but so am I? I don't know. But anyway, went to the Horseshoe Bend first, and that was super beautiful. This one didn't have any guardrails. It was so hot that day. Like, literally, like, you can't even think type of hot. This is important for later. So we go, we're taking pictures. Like, this is like the beginning. Like, it's the morning. This is fun. This is cute. This is, oh my God, this is so beautiful, because it really is so beautiful. And like that same story I just told, it happened at that moment too, where this guy had like this really nice, like fancy camera, and he's trying to get this nice shot, and he's like leaning back, like doing this, trying to get the shot. And he's like going like this, like where his foot's like this, like a 90-degree angle, I guess. And he starts slipping. He's like, let me try to do little sound effects. He's like, wait, that sounds crazy. It's like, wait, I don't know how to do those sound effects. Think of rocks crumbling, since I cannot provide you with sound effects at this moment. I'm so sorry, I'm not Storybook. So he starts slipping, and again, you hear the same thing of like, oh, like, and nobody like trying to be like, oh my God, like I was too far away, but even the people around him were just like, it's like, help anyone? But back to my story. We finished going to Horseshoe Bend. That was cool. I was like the little momager of the group. I packed us like sandwiches and stuff. And we're not at the sandwiches point yet. I don't know why that was cool. And now it's time to hike down the Grand Canyon. Honestly, I'm excited. Like, I've been like sipping on my water. Like, I used to play lacrosse in high school. So like my thing was, don't chug, just sip. 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 So I'm like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, eyelashes, they're not little. I'm like, I want them. Where can I order one?
So that's my little
3D
friend who doesn't want to go. It's like, I'll just wait here and I'll like look at the horses. I'll show a picture, but there's these like really cute horses, because there's like a little like stable ranch. Like right before you go on the trail. Like,
not hitting me with her bag.
So like I said before, like we're used to doing 1 mile. And I'm like, okay, 1 mile is fine. Like, how hard can it be? So I'm walking, and we start going. It's cool. I'm walking down. I'm like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And like, I'll put pictures here of it. Very beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like mesmerizing. And I'm like, oh, like I am slipping. Like I am like losing traction in my shoes. Cause like you'll see, I'll add pictures here, but like there's like literally they have, I don't know what the word is for it, but people like, not mining, but like hitting the rocks to crack, like break them up. Those are what's like on the ledge. And it's like, let's just say like I'm yay tall. Like these rocks are like just here at the bottom. So like, I don't know, if you fall, you can like sprain your ankle first. I don't know. It's obviously for protection, but like, it's not lifting you up upright. It's a last resort, for lack of better words. So I'm like holding against like the side wall of like I was about to say the building of the canyon, like, okay, like, because it's not just like, oh, like you go straight down, which would be awful. It's like you come up here and you're walking, and then there's a sharp turn, and then you're coming down, and there's another sharp turn, and you're just going like this as you're going down. It's hard, like you're trying not to slip when you're going like on the down part, but then when you're going around the corner, you're trying to hold on to the wall and like not like slide when you get around that corner to the next down. So we get past that part where it's the snake, if you will, and now it is down. Like now it's just like this, and they have like a little bit of indents where they kind of hit at the rock or the dirt and like made these like tiny little steps. And like I'm excited. I'm like, oh my god, this is so fun. I'm like don't chug, just sip. Like I'm in it to win it. I'm like, but it's hot. And there's like this point, it's called Ooh-Ah Point. I'll put a picture of me here. I'm probably like in the picture. But we get to that point, we take the pictures, and like literally like maybe like 10 minutes before that point, I was like, damn, I'm out of water. I'm like, that sucks, but I'll be okay. Like that water's gonna last me a good bit. I'm sure you can see the problem. She could not see the problem. That is the problem. So we're on our way back, and like my friends are like, you did what now? And I'm like, oh, I finished my water, like I'll be fine. They're like, okay, like let me know if you need like any of mine. I'm like I'll be fine. Like I don't have they're like, I don't have that much, but like I'm like, I'm literally gonna be fine. I was not fine. I was not fine. I was not okay. Okay, I was not. I was clenching onto the walls on the way up. And I've never, not only have I never breathed that hard in my life, I've never felt so out of shape in my life, because like they're walking like, and let's just remember I mentioned that like little snake pattern. They're like waiting for me in the corners and the bends of the snake, because like there's kind of like a little bit overhang. So it's a little like shadow space. So it's like cooler. So they're like at the top of it waiting for me. And I'm literally like, no water in sight. And I'm like, oh my god, like I still have like 0.85 miles left to go. So I'm trying to hold together. I'm trying to be a big girl. Big girl I was not being, but I'm trying my best. And something started to happen. I'm like, and remember how I mentioned how before you get to the bend, you're going up. So they're at this first bend waiting for me to get to the bend. And I'm at like the step downs that I was talking about. And like I said, I was flying through the step downs. But when it's time to step up, it ain't that easy to step up. So I was trying to step up, and I'm like swaying. I'm like, ooh, like it feels a little windy right now. Like, whoa, I feel like I'm like could fly away. I'm not someone who's like afraid of heights. Like I was looking down and seeing, and I wasn't like, I'm just unserious. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, like I could fall, like I could die. I was just more like, oh my god, like, ooh, like I could fall and die right now. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't be thinking like that right now. But we still haven't gotten to what happened to me. So I'm doing my little step ups, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm starting to feel a little woozy. Like I'm starting to see double. And like, I'm starting to breathe really hard, and I just feel like so hot. Oh my god, the sun is so hot. Like, oh my god, I'm struggling to breathe. And like, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I survived that. But like, literally, like when we went around the bends, and they're literally fine. Like my friends are just like, are you okay? Like, you know, like genuinely concerned for me. And I'm like, yes, I'm okay. Clearly wasn't, but you know, sometimes like we just have to believe it so that it can become. And like I really needed to become on the top of the canyon where I started at, and I was like, I will be there no matter what. I'm clearly in shambles, and I don't know how I made it up there. Like literally the only thing can be Jesus. That literally can be the only possibility at this point. So we make it up there. Somehow I did the mile. Somehow my legs carried me all the way to the top. And my friend is like, oh my god, guys. And I'm like, what? Like, let me stop acting. Let me stop playing. It was not that show. It was like, what? And she's like, I have been sitting here for like 2 hours. I've been freaking out. And I'm like, wait, why? And she's like, literally, like, you guys were gone for so long. Like, I was like, really? It didn't even feel like 2 hours. Like, it felt like so quick. It felt like it just kind of happened and I was like struggling. But I'm like waiting to tell her about my story, and when she finishes, and she's like, no, I literally have been sitting here with like nothing to do this whole time, and like all I've been doing is like looking at the horses, and I've been looking at this poster, and this poster is like telling me like all the symptoms of like heat stroke. And like she's like, literally the only thing I've had to do with this entire time is just like worry about you guys, and like I keep seeing other people coming back up but not you guys. And I'm like, okay, like I saw these people go down after them, and I saw them come up like they return before they have. So like, what's going on? Like, what if they're stuck down there? Like, I'm not going down there. What do I do? What do I do? And I was like, heat stroke? Like, what did the poster say? And she's like reading them out, and like, I'll put a little description here so we can be educated and not make the mistakes that I made. But she's going through and she's like, this and this, A and B and C, like almost like fever, like delirious state, like having double vision, like you feel like you can't move your body. And I'm like, it's not funny, but it is, because I'm literally like, oh my God, I had all of those. And she's like, no way. But yeah, that is the time I learned what a heat stroke is, and the importance of a heat stroke, and the importance of making sure you regulate your body temperature as well as remain hydrated. And so if you've made it to the end of this video, I just want to thank you for listening to my stories and my shenanigans. And if you want to hear more of my travel adventure fiascos, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.